How you doing? Toy Gains here. So this past weekend I went to Toycon in Parsippany, New Jersey. This is the first time I've been to this event. I have heard about it. This was pretty much, if you've ever been to Comic-Con anywhere, whether it be San Diego or New York, you know there's a crowd of vendors that have like old school retro toys, new toys spread out amongst the facility. So Toycon was basically all of those vendors condensed into one area. Still pretty big though. It was, I believe, a high school. I don't know where I was. I just go to wherever GPS tells me. I see toys, I'm there. It could have been a school. It could have been a museum. That's my daughter playing Roblox. Quiet on the set. It could have been anywhere. I don't know where I was. Point is, it was awesome. I live in upstate New York. If you are on the East Coast and you can get to Toycon in Parsippany, I recommend going. I knew Four Horsemen was going to be there. Those are the fellas that make these beautiful Mythic Legions that are to my left. I guess you're right. I wanted to go down there and get one. I knew these things were pricey. I've been following them on Facebook and social media for a few years now, and I've put off collecting one of them on the back burner. So I did not now know that at the show they were going to be marked down because there's no shipping, and it's basically coming from the source, which was awesome. I talked to a few of the creators. I didn't know that a bunch of the guys were ex-McFarlane guys, ex-Super 7 guys, Matty Toy guys, and they were a delight. They were very kind, very humble. They shared some great stories about how they started. So I planned on getting one. I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It happens. I planned on just getting a bunch of retro stuff. I've been on a 5-inch kick, not the penis, the figure. Like He-Man is notorious for 5-inchers. Jesus. I think Skeletor is an 8-incher. So anyway, I went on a 5-inch kick, like the Zolo World figures that I got at Comic-Con, which that video should be up. Don't blame me. So I got a Roboto. So he's, you know, what I wanted. I got Rowdy Piper, Hasbro, to add to my little collection of these. I have about 10 of them, 15 of them now. That keeps growing. I also saw the Hacks figures there. I always wanted one of these guys. Ended up getting 2. Now, I didn't know that Hacks is actually from some of the, not creators, but guys that worked on G.I. Joe, the 25th anniversary line from Hasbro. So that's what makes sense, that these guys are that scale and posable. And what I like about these and the Mythic Legions set is the boxes are resealable. This box, this card, if I could do this without ripping it, will slide out. And that is neat for guys that have like anxiety over opening their figs. People will buy doubles, people will keep them in the box because they don't know if the value is going to go up. They don't know what to do with their figure. I'm an open guy, like you see behind me. I usually open, I would say 90% of my toys. But the fact that they made a card that you can snap your figure back in just in case it goes up in value and there's not a tie in there, you know, like a garbage tie, whatever you want to call it, is awesome. So 2 of these were Toycon exclusives. I'm not familiar with their names. I mean, they're all cool ass names. Like this girl over here is called like something the Hammer, or the names are insignificant. I mean, it's the toys that are what you're looking at. What's cool about these guys, they all come with a ton of accessories. So with the Mythic Legions, rather than give you 6 different hands and 12 different accessories you're not going to use, and don't get me wrong, I like having extra set of hands, but what they went with was giving you like an extra head. This is another Lord Vetra's head. This is kind of like a man-at-arms, or the faceplate doesn't fold up, but it gives you a nice little face there, and a little mace here. See if I can swing that around. Little mace. I like it. I like these figures. I highly recommend What you'll notice with these Mythic Legions is the use of colors. The colors pop. There's a nice saturation, nice contrast, nice use of reds and browns and greens. And it really brings each character to life without like knowing their name by heart. And they captured that Master Universe spirit, you know, mixing a little Boris Vallejo fantasy with classic Dungeons and Dragons characters. This guy's like a Persian or Spanish conquistador style. Very cool. He was actually the only one I was gonna buy until I found out that basically the figures were 35% or 40% less than they would be retail or online. He was the guy I was gonna originally buy. So everything, like I could put his head on that guy's body, vice versa. They really implore you to have fun with their figures and kind of do what you want. They're not. There's no one main figure. There's no, you know, Cobra Commander of the set. As far as I know, I think it's just about collecting these awesome toys. They're a throwback between like Dungeons and Dragons and Masters of the Universe, and they're great. They're kind of pricey. People want them, and they're an independent company. Good for them. But the moral of the story is, get the Toycon. I think they have it again in April. This was the November show, of course. So in summation, Toycon and Mythic Legions are total games. Great show. Highly recommend going. Yeah, that's that.